Hey guys, it's Tinman, the Nicktoons Fanatic 2001, and welcome to my first episode of Tinman's TV show and movie reviews. Now, today's episode is SpongeBob SquarePants. Before I start, I just want you to know that sometimes I may have missed a few details or something, and that's because I've had so many memories watching movies and TV shows that it is hard to remember everything. So yeah, and sometimes it is hard for me to do that. I may have a very good memory, but there's just so many that I do need to take some time to go through all of my memory banks of cartoons and movies. So please don't judge me for what I am doing, but yeah. So anyway, let's get on to my review of SpongeBob SquarePants. So, the first time I ever saw SpongeBob SquarePants, I was probably a kid, probably like 5 or 6 years old or something, and I was like, "Wow, that is got to be one of the greatest cartoons of all time." Yeah, I actually saw the first episode, and it was really great. I can't remember which one it was, but I do remember watching the first episode of it, or my first episode, and it was actually very, very good. And it did inspire me to become a SpongeBob fan. And over the years, I've had so many SpongeBob stuff. I've had the VTech laptop, the Leapster video games, and the Nintendo DS games, and the stuffed animals, and just about everything that I could think of. And yeah, I still do have some SpongeBob merchandise today. Like I still have the SpongeBob plushies, the board games, the video games, that that inflatable SpongeBob, my DVD collection. I still have most of it today, as a matter of fact. And yes, I do plan on getting some more SpongeBob stuff. And now I'll talk about the TV show itself. Now, SpongeBob is a cartoon character that lives in a pineapple under the sea with his pet snail Gary. And his catchphrase is "I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready." And I thought this "I'm ready" catchphrase was probably one of the greatest catchphrases I've ever heard. Oh, so there is a SpongeBob, and then right next to SpongeBob is Squidward, who is a squid that actually has about 6 legs. Like most octopi actually have 8, but Squidward is unique for having 6. And he's a very grumpy neighbor that obviously hates SpongeBob, and he plays a clarinet, does artwork, and all that great stuff. His personality, Squidward, is kind of myself around the time or around the house. So there is Squidward, and then next to him is Patrick, who who sometimes is dumb, but sometimes he actually is a genius when it comes to his ideas and stuff. And Patrick is SpongeBob's best friend, and that lives in a rock, obviously. So that's about all I know about it. And then another character is Mr. Krabs, who obviously is the owner of the Krusty Krab, and he loves money. He obviously is money, so that's why he's clearly a cheapskate when it comes to money, because he doesn't really like spending money, And the only thing that he loves more than money is his daughter Pearl, who is obviously a whale. Mm. And Mr. Krabs, I think is a bitter enemy to Plankton, which the character Plankton is a microscopic character who is the owner of the Chum Bucket and is less popular than the Krusty Krab, and he's been trying to get his hands on the Krabby Patty formula, which that that's probably one of the funniest things I have ever seen, because stealing recipes, it is kind of like robbing something from a bank, which is something I would never do. But I but I thought that Plankton's schemes were just so amazing to me. So there is Plankton, and then I believe there's Gary, and Gary is SpongeBob's pet snail who sits around the house, and and then in one episode he never actually he doesn't actually like to take a bath, but and so SpongeBob tried to give him a bath. Mm, but instead, at the end of the episode, Gary takes a bath. SpongeBob takes a bath instead. So there is Gary, and then another character named Sandy Cheeks, who is a squirrel from Texas, and she is actually a cowgirl from who lives in a tree dome that is filled with air. And SpongeBob, Patrick, or any other sea creature could not visit Sandy's tree dome without some special water helmets. And that's one thing I do find very, very logical, because sea creatures cannot last for very long outside the water. Yes, and Sandy Cheeks has favorite hobbies such as karate and hanging out in Texas and all that other stuff. And now, like I said, that's all I remember from the cartoon. I may have to rewatch it just to know a little bit more, because I've been watching that show so many times that I sometimes kind of lost track of the memories. So yeah. But anyway, I hope that's all I have to say about it. So in my opinion, I would give SpongeBob a 10 out of 10 stars, since it is my number one favorite cartoon of all time, and there's nothing out there that will ever beat SpongeBob for me. So anyway, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever episode of Tinman's TV shows and movie reviews. And stay tuned for the next episode, because the next episode, I'm going to do a review of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, since it's my second favorite cartoon show, and I've been a fan of that one since 2016. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, cartoon fanatics.